Oh my goodness. Hi, Author LJ Kerry. I'm not sure what happened, you know.
I'm not sure either. It kicked me out when I tried to talk about a book.
I know you were talking, I could hear you, but then you couldn't hear me. I'm really sorry, and I didn't even get a chance to
That's
save the
fine.
video. My son said I need to have my Wi-Fi on, so I didn't have the Wi-Fi on. I was just using the internet. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm sorry about that. So I'm learning
it's
very
okay.
quickly. Now I know what to do next time. So we're going to just carry on, and hopefully we can finish this.
Yeah,
Yeah, and hopefully I can save the latter parts. Unfortunately, we've lost the first
yeah.
part now. So if you could tell your younger writing self anything, what would it be, Otto Kerry?
So you'll get published one day. Don't give up and keep writing.
Oh,
We're back.
never give up, basically. Thank you, Max, for joining
Yeah.
us again. I'm sorry the internet connection went off earlier. So you will get published at one day. Don't give up. That's kind of very
Yeah.
motivational. And I do believe in that as well, because there are a lot of authors out there, and I do see a lot of postings
Mm.
telling you don't give up, just keep going, even if you sell one book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of encouraging.
People call it in the trenches, so it's like those who are pitching to like agencies, and it's like, oh, like good luck to you, like you'll get there eventually. Just keep going.
There was one very inspirational post yesterday, and the guy was saying how he started in New York, and now people actually approach him to write for them. He's so big, and
Wow.
he's somebody called King, JL King or something like that. So
Ah, I've
yeah,
not heard of that before.
yeah, it was in one of the group posts on Facebook. Yeah. So thank you, Max and Claire, for joining us again. We don't want this thing to cut off, so we're just going to breeze through. So how do you name the characters in your books? How do you name them?
It depends on the role they play in the books, to be honest. So, like, I always like go on baby name websites to be like, what role do they play in the books, and I'll find a name associated with that that'll match the setting of the book.
I see. Someone is posted there's rain where you are, and that could be affecting the signal, but I don't think that will affect me. Would that not be on your end?
Yeah.
Maybe? But thank you for sharing. We don't have any rain here. And apparently this is going to be the longest day, so it's not gonna get dark very soon today. There's 19 hours of daylight. Apparently you might have to pull your blinds later to get some darkness in the room. I've got my blinds open at the moment, so thank you for sharing that. So depending on the role they play in the book, that's how you would name your characters. So when you get your reviews, how do you deal with bad or positive reviews?
Like, I read my reviews. I really love looking at the good ones. I'm like, oh, they actually like my book. It's not completely bad. But then if I get a bad review, then I'll take that and I'll use that for learning in future books. Be like, oh, they didn't like this, so I'll work on that for future books.
Have you ever had a bad review though?
Yeah, I've had, how many I've had now? I've had 3.
Oh, really? That's strange.
Yeah.
I haven't had any bad reviews, funny enough. That's what kind of weird. I had one that was like a spoiler, but it wasn't really like bad. It was a 4-star on Goodreads, and Goodreads had marked it as a spoiler because everyone else had given 5, but I just kind of
I had a 1-star. A 1-star on Goodreads, but that was only because listed had too many buildings,
right?
And I don't know what that means. So I laughed at it. Yeah. The reviewer deleted it, so then I just ignored it after that.
And but the thing about reviews is once you have 1 star, it kind of affects the total stars you have across the board. So it's kind of, but you can't really change people's opinions of your book, I guess. Like you're writing,
no,
you can only.
I still don't understand what too many buildings mean. I'm just
too many buildings.
Too many buildings.
Enlisted.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, maybe you have to go into the book and reduce some of the buildings. I don't know what that means. And the thing is, you can't really get in touch with these reviewers to ask them why they did what they did if it's someone you don't know. But this person, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I emailed or text the person and said, do you want to take your review down? Because Goodreads have identified your review as a spoiler. And the person just ignored my message. So the thing is still there.
Oh,
It's a 4. So I'm
oh
sorry
no.
for that. I know. Maybe it was a mistake.
Mm.
So how long on average did it take you to write this book, Rebound?
Like, both books took about 9 months to write and edit and publish. So I'm a really fast typer.
Both books? You mean Listed and
Yeah.
Rebound together?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you wrote the 2 books within the same year?
Kind of. I wrote Listed from like December 2019, and then it was published in November 2019.
Okay.
But no, November 2020. And then Rebound, I was writing from August 2020, and now it's only just been published. So
Wow, wow. You are a fast writer then.
I'm
It took me just over a year to write my memoirs, and I'm currently still trying to edit it. I wrote it throughout the pandemic. I wrote every Saturday, but that was like a year, from January 2020.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it started in January, and I think I finished it in end of January, but I wrote 4 more chapters in March, so it took about a year. Yeah. So do you believe in writer's block?
Yes.
And what do you do to overcome it?
So what I usually do if I hit like a writer's block, I will like I'll delete some of my book to like from the point where I started having it, and then try and rework it from that, and that usually unsticks my writer's block. Otherwise, it's usually because I'm in a reading slump because the book I'm reading isn't that good. Right. So I will. So I'll actually change what book I'm reading just to be able to get out of it. That usually helps as well.
Okay. I do have it occasionally. What I tend to do is when I have it, I just breeze through it. I don't try to force it to kind of come back, and then I'll just notice if I go to a park or somewhere creative, the inspiration will come back. So I just try but sometimes when I've tried to force it, I just find out it doesn't help. So, and I think I just have to learn to start reading more. That's the message I'm going to take from this evening, because I've been picking up a lot.
So like find some books that you like enjoy. That'll help.
Oh, thank you. So that was my last question for you. Is there anything you wanted to share with the viewers, or is there anything? I don't want it to.
Just like, if you're an aspiring author, just write that book. Like, your first draft is going to be absolutely terrible. That's normal. You can rewrite before publishing, and then you can publish it, and it'll be great.
That's amazing to hear. And I just wanted to thank all your family support that came to join us earlier on, and somebody called Moon Way, Mark, Claire, Chris, and there was my illustrator. Our story time is there now. Our story time has joined us. So a lot of people were coming online to cheer you on, Lucy. And it's the first episode.
That's amazing.
It looks like we've had some fun. I've had my head girl to keep the mood flowing, and hopefully I think we could keep it.
You can start pretty books in the background.
I'll kind of DM you on Twitter and see maybe something that we could kind of do together and bring people on board if you are up for it. I think it might be fun.
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. I have to say, that was my initial thought, to do it like a duo, but I was kind of like, this lady might be saying she's busy and I'm not sure. Let me just see how it goes.
I'm not busy anymore now that Rebound's out the way. It's like, okay, fine, you're out the way now.
Fantastic. So we can do that like a collaboration. I'm doing a lot of collaborations now. I went on to the Haiku Society of America's conference the weekend before, and within that conference I came out with so much that it's unbelievable, and this word collaboration is what's kind of going on there. So it's nice to do a lot. So I'm currently doing some collaborative work on some poems with a lady that does YouTube artwork. So I've sent her some haikus, so I'm just waiting for that video to come out. And there was this,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. So there's a lot that one could do. And I think if we did this as a duo as well, then we could invite the. But I kind of was. I'll DM you. Then let me give it off online. Yeah. So I think maybe we should just kind of not let it be too long. Being the first one, and I know we've lost half of the video, but I'm going to try and see if I can save this one. And we've got 5 people watching us, but unfortunately, we've lost half of the video. For those that have joined us, you would have been able to rewatch it. Well, hopefully we can keep half of this and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But my focus was for new releases, for people that just released. I know there's a lady who released yesterday, and there's one lady who I did an anthology with, and she said she might be interested. One Stella Samuel.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I didn't want to kind of just open it up to all authors, otherwise they become too busy. So I just felt I'll focus on new releases just to give it a bit of a team when it's still fresh. So I'm going to say thank you, Author LJ Kerry, for giving us the opportunity to get a peep into your writing journey. As I think it's been fun. We've had a lot of the Coopers join us tonight, and I can see Storytime is the watch. I can't see the others. I can only see Storytime at the moment. So thank you, Gite, for joining us live. Nice to see you online. And thank you. So
yeah, thank you so much for including me in the first one. So this is cool.
All right then. So I think I need to click on the X, and then my son says I can save it that way. Hopefully we will get to see this, and others can watch it perhaps. But I don't know how to share on Instagram so that you can share it. I don't know how to do that. Learning. There's like
a little box, and it says to save to IGTV, and I think that'll help be able to save it onto Instagram.
Then you can pick it from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So should we end it now then?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, Gite.